Theo, do you need to go in your crate? Then go lay down. Go. Go lay down.
Should we test it? Are you nervous now?
I think it's fine. I just don't know. I think it's fine.
Okay, Tessa, we're going to trust your judgment. And if we get to the end of this episode and it's total toast.
I love toast.
I do love toast. But if the episode is toast, then you're going to be toast.
Okay.
And not in like a sourdough kind of way.
Okay.
So, hey guys, we're back. And we have a lot to say about a lot of things today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so at this point, well, we're trying to get ahead of schedule. So at this point, 2 episodes ago was our last episode from the vault, where you all learned a lot about more so my personal trauma than Tessa's. I think I really had to open up. I don't know what I was going through at that time because that must have been in March that we recorded it. But I think a lot of the things still ring true. Anyways, listening to that was like, Tessa was saying right before this, it was like just such strange information to us because we hadn't recorded it in such a long time.
Yeah, I listened to it and I was like, these are just 2 girls gathered. I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's us.
Not us.
Couldn't remember what we said.
No. And I was thinking too, Tessa, that now at this point, I think we have a lot of new minnows in the house. Welcome, minnows. If you are new, I'm your host, Timmery.
I'm your host, Tessa.
And this is the greatest podcast that's ever been recorded of all time. And we're the Anchoevies. We refer to our posse as our minnows. And we're back from our hiatus. Anchoevies in the sea. Just a podcast with you and me. All our minnows having fun. Splashing around under the sun. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. So what makes me nervous, though, is that we recorded most of the podcast content well over a year ago now. I think we started.
Yeah.
So by theory, there should be at least 52 episodes, but there are only, this will be episode 25, which is.
We've never claimed to be consistent.
Yeah, even though our bio says
Actually,
there are new episodes every single Thursday, that wasn't true for about 35 Thursdays of the past. But that's okay. But what horrifies me is that I've had so many different personality changes from over a year ago to now that I don't know what was said before. Like, my opinions, my, just, I don't know, just the way I act. I'm like, who is she? Like, I'll listen to an old episode and I'm like, fake. That's not me.
Yeah. That's called evolving.
Yeah, evolution.
Yeah.
And I guess Darwin's not the only one who knows a thing or two about that, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we're just always evolving, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and we're just, we're blossoming into beautiful, young, youthful women that we are. I'm 25 now.
I'm 26.
And I feel like every day is a new day at this point. And also I think about that people our age already have children, and that really has me shook.
Yeah, it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, I can't even, like, I think about, like one of my sisters-in-law has 4 kids already, and she's not even 30. And I'm like, I don't even have meal preps done. I work part-time, and I don't have meal preps ready for my job. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm living off bananas and yogurt.
Right.
So.
I'm sure, like, if that was us, we would figure it out. It's just when you're not in that bubble, you're like, there's no way.
Yeah, I can't even picture. I see, like, people's kids crying at my work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd probably just leave it there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. I felt bad because I was in Target the other day, and I went into the restroom, and a lady walked in with her 2 toddler girls, and they were, like, in the stall next to me. And I think they had just gotten there. And they went straight. She's like, okay, before we shop, let's go to the bathroom. And they were, like, hitting each other. And she was like, no. And the two girls were, like, blood-curdling, screaming. Both of them at the same time. So loud in the Target bathroom. The mom was like, all right, we're going back out to the car. Poor mama just wanted a Target shopping trip.
She just wanted to go down the $3 aisle and find some stuff.
The girlies would probably chill for a couple minutes because Target's entertaining. I was like, oh, that... I do love being in Target by myself, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't want to bring another life into that equation. It's like me, myself, and I. That's me time. And I couldn't agree more. I was at Safeway yesterday grabbing some groceries because every time I go to the grocery store, I'm cursed and I will never get all the things I need. And then I'll start cooking and I'm like, wait, I need to go get this. And Jacob was like, I think he's having this like 24-hour cold. I don't know. He seems better this morning. But normally he's the one I would make go do that, but I had to. And while I was grabbing some emergency, I look over because I hear like a squeaking noise. And there's like a 3-year-old girl fully like, I wouldn't say army crawling because it was more like her legs weren't moving. And she's just gripping the floor and scooting across. And I was like, ew, first of all, you're disgusting. And then her mom like comes running around and was like, why are you doing? Whatever. But it was just like, it was a Kodak moment. Yeah. It was beautiful because I'm just like, what's this noise? That's the last thing I expected to see. Right. And I don't know the last time I've been that carefree to just belly crawl across the floor of my local Safeway. Yeah. In a short sleeve shirt, mind you. There's something to be said about the confidence, that we lose as we grow older. Oh, that is so true. Yeah. It is what I so said was real. So true right there. Can we clip that, producers? Thank you. Guys, can we clip that? Thank you, guys. You guys work so hard. Yeah, you guys are so good at what you do. Thank you. I just want to thank our team really briefly. Yeah. The whole team that you guys don't see behind the scenes. They're working around the clock. Making sure that episodes are dropped every single Thursday to wherever you listen to podcasts. Making sure that we are fed and we are caffeinated. Dingle, dingle. Dingle, dingle. They just work so hard. Yeah. And that's all we have to say about that. Yeah. There is a team. That's all you need to know. Yeah. Please don't ask any. Don't ask further. Okay. I need to fill you guys in because last week I had, after we recorded, a full existential crisis about everything that I've ever done, because I messaged my best friend Zach on Instagram and I have some updates about that. But I can't wait for you to share. Oh yeah, I have it. So we record this on my phone, which is really high tech. So I sent Tessa a screenshot of our combo. So if you missed last week's episode, Zach Braff from Scrubs started following me, and I used to be obsessed with Scrubs. And then we discovered that I had sent Zach a very embarrassing message in 2018, basically saying like, hey, like, I'm really not like any of the other girls, and like, let's make a movie together, basically. He never saw that. I thought I had unsent it. And then I was like, well, I don't know if he followed me on accident or what, but like, let's do this for the plot. Let's see if him and Turk want to be in a TikTok dance, because I think it'd be funny and a good promotion for my new song. And I'm just trying to, as Fibula would say, ethically clout chase as best as I can. Yep. So I said, Tessa, help me write this. Hey, King, gonna be in LA next week. If you and Turk want to feature in a quick vid, it would be funny. And he responded like 5 minutes after we quit recording the episode. We were hoping to get a response live, and it was like, it was right after we stopped recording. It was meant to be, though, because I was freaking out. You guys didn't, so. Yeah, Tessa was there for this live. And you said, hi, your videos make me laugh, but I don't really want to be in them, cheering you on. And I said, like, playing it really cool. OMG, love that, no problem. But and her pits were sweating really bad. I was sweating, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why did I even ask? Why do I exist on this world? And then he said, seems like you're like, and I didn't ask for, I just said no problem. So I'm expecting conversation done. But then he says, seems like you're making lots of people laugh. You're onto something. And thank you for the above message from 2018. So I thought I had unsent this and he's never going to see it. That made me go into a full existential spiral because I'm like, That's so embarrassing. Like, you will have to listen to last week's to see what it says. But I was sick to my stomach. And then he said, and check out my new movie, It's Better. So literally doing promo in the DMs.
Was I here for that? What was that last message?
Check out my new movie, It's Better. Oh, because my OG message, I was like, Garden State is so good. Like, fuck. And I said, no. I tried to unsend that. And he said, I applaud the hustle. And I said, LMAO, I will watch that new. So basically, Zach Braff wants to have sex with me. Yeah. And he won't say on my mother DMs, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you so obsessed? I'm literally married. Okay?
Yeah, hop off, Zach.
Hop back off. Can you please take a back seat?
Hold Zach back.
Yes.
While you were sitting here sweating.
I was like sweating. You guys, I stunk because I was nervous.
So embarrassed. And I was like, Timmery, he's like messaging you a lot more than what is necessary or polite.
Yeah.
Like you said, he could have just liked your message of no problem. And he was like, you're making a lot of people
or
laugh.
block me.
You're so pretty and slutty. And
that's why I think he's literally obsessed and he can't stay away. And he likes my videos now. And we're like internet.
He like wants you to watch him in his movie.
He's literally saying, come to my movie red carpet premiere. That's what I read.
Be my plus one. Is he married?
No, he dated Florence Pugh for like ever though. Oh. And people say that I'm just like her in like beauty, stature, acting skills, presence, all of that.
I have heard that.
I get it a lot.
Yeah. Interesting. I think that went really well.
Thank you.
I think it's... Okay.
Sorry.
I think it's funny.
Okay, our sign's dead.
Sorry, that was...
Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I think it's funny that he saw the message from 2018.
I think it's funny too, but in the moment, I did want to unalive a little bit. Yeah. So...
We talk about being our true, authentic selves, though. And unsending that message would have really...
No, because I unsent it. I fully attempted to, though.
No, I know, but the universe was like, no. Zach
not
needs
today.
To see. You're not just, like, clout chasing him because he has a lot of followers and he followed you. It's like, no, you can see
real
evidence.
You can see this goes way back.
From years ago.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that was the most exciting thing that happened to me last week. I also had a bit of a crisis just because I was feeling... as though all of my friends have moved away, other than you,
here, yeah.
Obviously.
Okay.
I would say about 90% of my friendships have moved. Now I have so many FaceTime long-distance besties, which is amazing, but I was feeling a little bit depressed. And then I called two of my friends who are very outgoing people, and they have moved away, and they were like, we're depressed too because we don't have any friends. I'm like, yeah, because you moved away from here. Right. But I'm like, if they moved and can't make friends, I'm screwed.
I would consider you outgoing as well.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, wait. I was thinking about this earlier. Have you ever like been talking to somebody who you're like, right? Have you ever been talking to somebody where you're like maybe acquaintances? Mm-hmm. But they act like they know you super well. And they're like, you're like introverted. And you're like, yeah. Like they're just saying it to be like, oh, we connect. Right. Or they'll say like, put things on you where you're like, what? Like, first of all, we're not even friends. Second of all, that's not true. But I'm going to go along with it because that would be really weird to be like, no. Right. So.
It's like people who kind of give you a little nickname too when you don't know them well enough.
And you're like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. I don't vibe with those people.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, I was thinking, because I'm thinking about us on the podcast, and I was picturing us doing, this is why I can't sleep at night. I'm picturing us doing like worldwide podcast tours.
Mm-hmm. WWPD.
And
PT.
Yes, exactly. And I was thinking, we forgot to tell the minnows, I think, that we are taking hip hop every Monday. Yeah. Okay. Alert. Alert. Tessa and I have recently signed up for hip hop lessons.
Hip hop dance lessons.
Yes. And we are crushing it. We're top of the class. It's really good. You can follow the hip hop journey on my subscribers only on Instagram. I'm basically, it's 99 cents a month. you get to see my dance progress. Tessa, you can't really see her in the most recent video. But
Thank goodness.
My goal is to just pay for my hip hop lessons with my subscriber channel.
Yeah, it's so expensive. We're in
It's
really elite
expensive.
dance class.
An elite. It's basically the program is like Kickstart to Juilliard kind of vibes.
Yeah.
You'll see what I mean if you subscribe to my sub only channel.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
It's 99 cents a month, but I'll give you a discount code if you want.
A discount code from 99 cents a month to
Yeah, I
something
could
lower
get
than
you
that?
half off
That's awesome. I'll do that.
per month. But what I was going to say is I was picturing us doing worldwide or nationwide. We could start there. Podcast tours, and we always open with like a hip hop number.
Okay.
And then I was thinking, because I'm picturing us on the podcast, I'm picturing going, Tessa's more, she's along for the ride, but like she's not one to be like obsessed with attention, get me on the stage, get me in front of everyone. But then I said that in my head, and I'm like, am I putting this on Tessa? What if Tessa actually really wants to be front and center stage, but I've just always assumed that she's more of wanting to be a little more low-key, where I'm like on the opposite end of needing all the attention all the time. And then I was like, what if I've just shadowed her on purpose, and I pushed her down, and she's really a star trying to step out into the stage?
I've never wanted to step out onto the stage.
Okay, that's what I thought, but then I was like, I need to confirm this.
No, go with your gut. Yeah, you know me. I'm just along for the ride.
But if we had the opportunity to picture us, we're at, something we've seen before, Fox Theater, packed.
Yeah.
You would be like
Madison
down.
Square Garden.
That's more like it. You'd be down to go out on stage and do a hip hop number with me open into our episode, or no? Like, picture we're pretty good at it at this point.
Yeah, I would.
See, that's what's funny though about you, because you'll be like, no, I don't want that, but then you're like, yeah, okay.
It's like agreeing to do hip hop dance classes with you. I would never, ever, ever sign up for hip hop dance classes by myself. My parents signed me up for those when I was 6 with my brother. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's not a normal thing for me to be like, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You wanting to do it so much inspires me to want to do it with you.
Oh my god.
Because also it's fun. It's fun friend time.
And it's active.
It's active. It's something to look forward to every week. Something I wouldn't normally do. That's good to step outside your comfort zone.
True.
So I would do that. I would want to be a little better because I did watch a video back. And there's mirrors in the hip-hop dance class. And I'm just, like, utterly appalled at just, like, the way that my body moves or doesn't move. This is, like,
real.
So humbling. And I didn't think I was going to be good or anything. It's just, like, you feel like you're killing it, and then you look up at the wall of mirrors, and you're like, could these not be here?
That's so real, because we've only learned 15 seconds of choreography, and in that first 15 seconds, I'm thinking to myself, I look pretty good, because I got the attitude, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling like I'm trying very hard. I'm giving it a 85 to 90%.
Yeah.
And then watching the video back, I've never felt more sick in my stomach. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, the way I feel versus how it's actually manifesting on the outside is so different. But then again, it was only class day 2. So we have a long ways to go.
We do.
But I was picturing like, yeah, maybe this is way down the road, but when we do our nationwide podcast tour, we always open with kind of like a hip hop number, and we are just carrying that through. And then I was picturing us doing the podcast live, and I was like, is Tessa going to be into this? Because I feel like what's funny about you is you're like so chill, but then you'll be like, yeah, like, sure, I don't care. And I'm like, what? Really? And you're like, yeah. Like hip hop, when I asked Tessa, I was like, there's no way she's going to say yeah. And then all of a sudden, here we are 2 weeks in, and we are at the top of the class.
Yeah, totally. Don't ask anyone else in the class to confirm or deny that.
We're not going to tell you where we go or who is in the class, but that's
just
what
let
we will
us,
tell you.
Speak our truth in that. Yeah. I try to keep you on your toes and surprise you.
You're full of surprises. That's true.
Yeah, I think Drew was just as shocked. He's like, are you actually doing that?
When
I said, oh, you think I can't?
Let me prove you wrong, mofo. Just wait till we're in Juilliard. Who's going to be laughing then, Drew?
Right.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a fun couple dance classes. Is this the one you can't go to this week?
I can go this week, and then
Okay.
The next morning, I'm leaving at the arse crack of dawn.
Okay.
To go on a business trip to Los Angeles. Zach's flying me out, and we're gonna,
That's awesome.
to be announced. And then I'm gonna miss that following Monday night.
I'm scared to go without you.
Well, you have to go because I need you to videotape the choreography and send it to me.
Yeah.
Or maybe teach me over FaceTime.
Okay.
Okay. Have you been practicing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Just because in the class with the 15 seconds of choreography we learned, I was like, everyone was lost, including the teacher.
Yeah, no, that's
That
true
was
as well.
Yeah, that was a real shock to me. He didn't seem to exactly know what he had planned in his head. And then even when he did know, he couldn't physically do it.
Which sounds like we're making that up to make ourselves feel better, but I wish
not.
we were. But it was a little bit all over the place.
Like, he couldn't do it. No one in there. It's beginner adult hip-hop. So, like, there's a dad, there's a, like, little TikTok girl, there's us, and there's, like, a couple middle-aged people.
And one elderly woman.
Mm-hmm. Love her to death.
She's
I would
so cute.
anything for her. Don't know her name.
She a baddie.
She a baddie. But
We'll keep everyone anonymous.
I was not feeling confident in that. And then I did watch the video back, and I was like, I've got to be confident in these 15 seconds because next week we're going to add on to it.
And it's only going to get longer and longer. And it is to an NSYNC song. Or no, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sure. Yeah, so I have been practicing. How about you?
I've been practicing in my head, just like going, like I'm picturing, I'm visualizing, which is something I'm working on a lot lately with my life. Mm-hmm. Visualizing how I want to look.
If you guys want to know what visualizing means, go to google.com.
Google www.google and then type in what is visualization, and then you're going to get a video of me visualizing my dance moves.
Yeah.
With Tessa on the Anchoevies live podcast tour.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think would make me better in hip-hop dance class is, like, a sick outfit.
Oh, I want to get, like, a crazy hip-hop worthy dance wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like, I got one set that I'm excited to wear next week. But Jacob said, no, he never said this, but I keep quoting things that Jacob said about this outfit, and every time I tell someone, he's like, that's not true. I never said that. But with that, he said, I don't want to sit next to you on the airplane in that outfit. He never said that.
That's how you know it's good.
But that's, yeah, I feel like.
If your man's hates on your outfit, you know you've cooked.
Facts. Absolute facts. I love when I come out and like, babe, is this weird? And he's like, I'm like, yes, it's good.
Then it's good, yeah.
Say less. I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah. But if we had, like, it'd be funny to show up it just decked out because it's just, like, really average Joes in, like, sweats or something. And it'd be funny if we showed up. I actually sent you a picture, an inspo picture of what we were going to wear to hip-hop
I don't remember what you
showed
me.
On the first day. And let me find it. I thought it was funny. Oh, it was this.
If you did it, then it is funny, Tessa. Oh, yeah. I would actually, the funny thing is I would actually wear a version of that and make it, like, really cute.
Maybe we'll post this.
It's like, yeah, crop top, neon bolero, huge sweatpants, matching neon shoes to the bolero.
Yeah, just, like, completely matching and decked out.
Yeah.
I think I would, like, at least look better, feel better, dance better.
I think when you look good, you feel good. And I've always said that.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really beautiful.
Should we check in on some shared pod notes?
Yeah, let's get into our topics today. We have a lot of really hard-hitting things to speak on. But you're holding kind of the keys to the castle right now, so.
I am.
Oh, I am thinking about getting, like, a more fancy equipment, so maybe, like, a camera or something. I'll leave it at that.
I love that.
Think of what we could unlock with higher video quality.
Could we see, like, our pores and stuff, though?
No, I don't want it to be that good, but, like.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to participate at that time.
We could have dual camera angles.
That'd be good.
I'll take it up with production team, but.
Yeah. Guys, can we look into that?
Guys, can you look that up real quick? Thank you.
Guys. One thing I jotted down last night was girls who have, like, 10 or more bridesmaids in their wedding. I want to get opinions on that. I apologize if you hear squealing in the background. My dog is on one today, and he just won't shut up. And I love him so much, but you need to stop.
Theo, you need to actually take a break and go sit down.
Production, can you guys
get this dog out of the studio? Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Girls who have 10 or more bridesmaids, you kind of look at them and you go, oh my gosh, like, who has that many friends? That's so impressive that they've touched so many lives and that they have such close friends. But for me, some red flag goes up, and I go,
so many red flags.
Are they the best people ever, or are they actually the worst people ever? And I lean more towards, sorry, the worst people ever.
Ooh, did we just say that out loud?
Yeah, production team, you can cut that if that's too hard.
Yeah, production team, if that's going to get us canceled, then you can just nix that one right out.
But, like, really 10 people, 10 women, and maybe this is me as a girl who doesn't have that many close friends. Maybe I'm projecting or something, but, like, what's your opinion on that?
Tessa, you know I love to give my opinion, whether you ask for it or not.
I'd love to hear, and I did ask for it.
Yes. I'm going to say from personal experience, I had 4 in my wedding. Mm-hmm. And in hindsight, 4 was one too many.
Right.
Because, well, this also ties into my theory that I'm going to say at least one person, and this is personal experience as well as anecdotal experience of the girlies that I know who have gotten married, who have bridesmaids. At least one of those bitches is going to betray you and you're never going to speak to her again by the end of it.
And they're in all your photos, by the way.
And they are now in your photos for life. So that's me having 4.
Right.
10?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. First of all, a friend to all is a friend to none.
That's so true.
Having 10 people in your wedding pictures for life, major red flag.
Also, like, oh, you're rich. If you have 10 bridesmaids, your husband has 10 groomsmen, your wedding party's 20 people that you have to, like, pay for things for in some way or another.
Yeah, absolutely.
And rehearsal dinner, and maybe they buy their own dresses and whatever, but, like, a lot of stuff does fall on you. Mm-hmm. That is crazy. That's
psychotic behavior, but, maybe, no, I don't think we're projecting all. I think we're absolutely we're onto something here, and I just think there's no, like, that's so unnecessary to me.
Right.
I don't know. I don't see a scenario in which that makes sense. Like, chill out. First of all, you're not going to be friends with 25% of them by the end of it.
Yeah.
And also, now I just feel bad for the photographer, like, trying to get that all in frame.
Yeah.
For a whole ceremony.
Right.
No. Those girlies cannot be trusted.
What are the odds? I've thought this about smaller wedding parties, too, but, like, what are the odds that the bride has 10 people she's, like, adamant about having in? Does the groom also have 10, or is he just trying to match numbers?
You always have to match numbers.
You have to match numbers, but if he's like, I have 3 close friends, and she's like, find 7 others.
Then,
or vice versa, like, if it's the groom first, and she's just like, okay, I'll find some fillers to stand next to me on my wedding day. This is coming from a girl who had 0 wedding party also.
Yeah, because you're smart
I'm
and
on the far end of that.
Right. You're a whole other version of your own kind of toxic.
Breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It wasn't toxic because Tessa knew that Tessa told me that I was her honorary maid of honor because she didn't have a bridal party, and she knew that was needing to be done, or else I would be feeling betrayed for the rest of my life. So it didn't really mean anything, but to me, I was like, that's right. And I got a speech, so it worked out.
Totally.
Hadn't she done that, I think I would have been forever. Like, it would have confirmed my theory that Tessa hates me, which I still wonder on a regular basis.
Crazy, by the way.
But it's just part of who I am. Is always fearing the people that I love the most are gonna leave. But that's besides the point.
Totally.
And if also maybe this is like production team, cut this if it's too much.
Yeah, guys, thank you guys.
If you have 10 person on both sides of your bridal party, I just like don't have a lot of faith in that one, like that couple, I guess, because if the guy's gonna be like, okay babe, I'll find 10 dudes that are gonna stand here, it's like, whoa. I don't know, but also I've never been to a wedding that has 10 on both sides. I feel like see it on random social media. I don't know.
I feel like what's her name had a lot recently, Elise Patton.
Who? Elise. Okay, but that's
She's
the
so
thing
fun.
where I love her.
I
And
love
I'm
her
like,
so much. So I'm like, I trust you.
you
Somehow.
know what? Maybe there's an exception because, like, she's in, like, comedy troupes. And, like, it seems maybe has, I don't know. I just feel like
she's the only one who can pull that off.
she
but
can
I'm
pull it
like,
off, but
those
no
are
one
actually
else.
your best friends, and of course have 10.
But how could you have 10 best friends? Like, I feel like now I have you and then, like, a few others. And
Yeah.
even then, I'm like, damn, I'm not, like, I don't got time for all of this. Like, I don't know.
I know. That was hard. Even at my wedding, I was like...
You're like, how do I juggle all this with
how do
no
I
bridal
juggle
party?
my one friend?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was going to say at my wedding... we had a short amount of time that we were planning our wedding anyway, but I was like, I've been a bridesmaid before. It's fun. It's a lot to ask your friends. I'd love for them to be guests and also, like, get ready with me, but not have the burden of, like, buying a dress and blah, 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 and trying to match up the amount of friends that he has versus I have, whatever. So me and you and Annie and Abby got ready together.
We
That
had a
was
great
cute.
time.
And then you guys didn't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do really a rehearsal so much because it
Yeah.
was just us up there.
It was really chill.
Anyway, I don't want to be a hater if you have a lot of friends and you can afford to do that. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. Okay, I hope it works out great.
I'm just a little skeptical.
Oh, there was another thing I wanted to add on to that is, oh my gosh, wait. Theo farted and it kind of, like, shook up the things that I was thinking about.
Your brain chemistry?
Something about the chemical change up of that.
Sorry.
I guess it will come back to me, but it was really important.
Sorry that his farts were so atomic they messed with your
yeah, it's like
workings of your brain.
atoms were almost split. It was bad.
Sorry.
Crap, I was gonna say something else having to do with weddings. Oh, yeah. Weddings are out, in my opinion. Just in general.
That's a really hot take.
A hot take. Weddings, boring. I don't want to go to any more of them. Actually, that's not true. There's a couple I'm going to this year. But, like...
I'm going to one today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, why don't you ask me to come?
You weren't invited.
Okay. First of all, ouch. Don't even know whose it is. Do I know them?
No.
Okay, then it hurts a little less. Weddings, in my opinion, out. We've seen them for hundreds of years. And maybe this is just something you say after you get married, but, like, white dress, flowers, do something different. Let's live a little.
Right.
You could go get married at the courthouse for, like, $10. And yet, here we all are doing the same thing.
What can do?
Cry me a river.
Yeah.
Let's see something exciting.
Yeah, like a roller coaster or something.
I don't know. Like, I guess maybe I'm just, like, saying that simply because I've been married already. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am married. So am I just over it because I already got mine and I don't care about other people getting theirs? I don't know.
Yeah. I love going to weddings. They're sweet. I always forget until the day of. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to, like, give them money.
Yeah.
You know, that hurts a little bit, but I loved when people gave me money, so I will always be doing that.
I've never had so much money in my life than my wedding day.
Totally.
Because I think it was a lot of my family's way of being like,
Sorry.
They were like, well, this will do. And I was like, yeah, that did it for me.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. And then you think, like, okay, I'm an adult. I'm just set up for success now. Like, I'll always be ahead of the game. Because I'm starting off my marriage with, like, more money than I've ever had. No,
I don't know what happened to the money we had. I think we spent it at Urban Outfitters. We spent, like, we went to California. We spent probably $800 at Urban Outfitters. Because we had, like, so much money. Like, everyone was so kind. And I also think, like, I don't know. Jacob and I were very lucky and fortunate to have a community of people that had really rooted for us to get married for a long time. Jacob was like America's little sweetheart at the time, and so people in, like I said, my family I think was making up for some lost time.
Yeah.
Which was very nice. And then when we went on our honeymoon, we were like, oh, we're saving so much money because we can't go to Hawaii because COVID. We went to California, so we're like, let's just shop so hard and never look back. And then next thing we know, we spent $800 at Urban Outfitters. What did I even buy? I don't know.
Right.
But it was fun.
Yeah.
And then we came home, and I wish I could tell you what we spent. We should have bought a car probably, but it's okay.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
And I'm not one to sit here and live in the past.
Totally. And I love that.
Thank you.
I will say, as much as I like going to weddings, I don't like going to, like, acquaintances' weddings. Like, your friends' weddings are so fun because you're, like,
You really know the person.
Love to see them, like, so happy on their day and being like, I get to be a part of this in some way. That's great. And then, like, you don't really know them, but you have to go through all the formalities of a wedding and, like, get them something, which is, like I said, fine.
Totally fine.
And I'm rich, so it's no problem.
Yeah, we have all the money in the world.
It's not a financial burden on me to keep getting invited to weddings.
Yeah. And
I'm
birthdays.
doing totally fine.
Everything's gonna be okay.
But that's where it, like, gets a bit much for me.
Yeah. That's
okay. That's okay.
That's true. I did go to one wedding once of, I would say, more of an acquaintance because it's not like we hang out or anything. And they had everybody wearing, like, white and, like, pastels. And I actually loved it because it looked so bougie. Like, we're all just there. It felt like I was at the white party, you know?
Yeah. I have
The
mixed
rich people go to.
about, like, a dress code that's, like, color themed instead of just, like, oh, it's semi-formal or it's cocktail attire or whatever. When they're like, here's the 4 colors you're allowed to wear.
Can you imagine somebody forgets or doesn't see that part and they show up?
The wedding I went to last month, I didn't see on their website because, sorry, I didn't really care to look. I was going to give them cash. I wasn't going to go on the registry.
Yeah.
But, like, the day before I saw, like, please show up in forest green, sage green, rust, or...
That's very specific.
Something, it was so specific. And I was like, oh, I was planning on wearing blue. And then I was like, I gotta go find a dress. Plato's Closet. I did a cheap. Anyway.
Yeah.
But then there were some girlies there wearing blue. And I said, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. That's so embarrassing.
That's sickening.
Yeah.
Well, can you imagine showing up and you're wearing, like say I was like, oh, I'm gonna rock a little black dress because I'm gonna be a slut at this wedding.
LBD.
And then I show up, everyone's wearing pastels.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I just think, like, you're already asking so much of people to, like, come to your wedding. Like, let them wear.
I get that.
But the pictures are great. If you're really concerned about that, then I'm sure it looked great. I just have a little bit of a problem with that, personally.
The one that I went to just looked so pretty. I was like, I get it. But also...
like, that's, you get to decide what your wedding party wears.
Yeah.
That's what the pictures should all, like, go together and match.
You know, it's just
anyway,
a lot.
We're just old maids at this point.
Old, bitter maids.
Mm-hmm. Our anniversaries, though they're a couple years apart, they are also 2 days apart.
Yeah.
Because I was married on September 17th, and you were married on the 19th.
And I keep telling Tessa that we should do a joint anniversary trip, and every time I say that, she looks at me like, no, that's not going to happen. Like, as if we're getting whisked away on these romantic vacations with Drew and Jacob. Give me a break. We're all chilling. So I say, let's hit a cruise ship, and every time they come up with a big fat no. So picture Anchoevies live from a Sandals resort or cruise ship.
The thing is, we get along so well, and that's a beautiful thing.
And it's magic.
Our husbands are good friends.
But they remind me of the like toddlers sisters. That you were talking about.
In the Target bathroom sometimes. Yes. I don't need to be around that.
That's true. So
sorry, I love you guys.
We could do, like, a cruise, and they have to be in a room. They can't come out until they, like...
Get along.
Get through sort their problems with each other, I guess.
And then I'd consider it.
Okay. I love that. Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about today that's really an important cause, dear and near to my heart, is Jeremy Allen White. Okay?
Okay.
So, Jer, as we all know... was recently cast in The Bear, one of my favorite shows of all time.
One of the best.
And season 3 is dropped recently. I have some strong feelings about this. Season 1 and 2, and this is a 2-parter of what we're going to discuss. Season 1 and 2, incredible. I rewatched them each multiple times in a row because I loved it so much. Season 3, and in season 1 and 2, you fall in love with him. Like, you're just like, oh, he's so misunderstood. Blah, 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 blah. Season 3, I'm sorry, I think he's like now giving me the ick because you're like, wait, why are you a toxic man? And he just, I don't know, he just looks different. And I think something that, this is part 2, that made me feel less attraction toward him because everyone's obsessed with him is how he wore that plaid jacket and like everyone was like, damn, like he looks so hot in that plaid jacket, and every guy was like, oh, I really want that plaid jacket. And then on TikTok, I guess this guy was like, they're dropping like a huge drop of Jeremy Allen White's, aka Carmi Berzato's jacket from that episode of The Bear. They're dropping a whole like quantity of them, unknown quantity, I'm not sure at this point.
They sold out immediately at first when that show dropped.
And so this guy's at the store and he's taking a video of himself in the jacket, and in the background you see it's like NPCs like popping up. There's like 15 men in the background all checking themselves out in the mirror in the same jacket. And it had me so repulsed about the jacket. I was like, ew, like, no, this is Jeremy's jacket and no one else. Sorry, Carmi's jacket.
Yeah.
And now the whole appeal and magic to me is just gone.
There was something so disgusting about seeing so many men like
in the same exact coat,
store, all trying on the exact same jacket with like their girls. It was so funny.
It was just weird.
Who was like, okay, I've saved up for this jacket, like it's expensive, but now they're dropping it, like I'm gonna go get it. And even when he was in the store, he was like, actually, I feel like it doesn't fit me that well. And then he was like, actually seeing all these guys try on the exact same jacket like makes me not want it. And that's exactly how I felt. I was like, good on you. Don't get it.
Thank God he didn't walk out of there with it. And he's like laughing. Like, this is a ridiculous concept.
A hilarious video.
But even like
I thought it was a cool jacket. Like I remember when the episode dropped, I was like, that thing's sweet.
Yeah, I'm like, I need Jacob to buy this. It's so sexy.
But
and now not only am I like, first of all, that's for girls. Like the idea of a drop of something that is for girls. Like we've gone through enough. Let us have our Glossier pop-up draw.
Sure, yeah. Not
for guys. Guys can order online. Girls can shop in person, and I will take that to my grave.
Right.
Girls can shop online too, but it just doesn't go.
Yeah.
Guys can shop in store, okay, but like
they're gonna wait for the store to open outside for like
there was a line, wrapped around the store
for one jacket that didn't come in other colors. Like they were all gonna be the same.
Single, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's I don't know. But also with that being said, I just feel like now Jeremy Allen White, I'm just like, after seeing the whole jacket fiasco, I just don't feel as loving crush towards him. Maybe it's because there's more room in my life for Zach now. I don't really know.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the first couple seasons you're like, he's so genuine, he works so hard, and he's obviously going through so much. And you see that side of him. And then you start to actually see like how like his issues maybe more in the third season.
Yeah. In less of a like, oh, that's hot and mysterious kind of way.
Like, I can fix him.
Yeah. I'm like, actually, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of The Bear, did you ever see We're the Millers?
No.
You never saw that?
See, again, you knew the answer to that when you asked, have you seen?
Okay, well, you've probably seen the meme then, and it's the guy who's in The Bear, and he's like,
which guy?
The pastry chef from Denmark, and he's like British, and he's like so like hot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I think his first big role was We're the Millers, where he's like this really dorky, like, teenage boy, and he sings like "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls," and everyone's just like, what? Did you ever see that clip? Oh, okay, we have to watch this. Anyways, it's just funny because now he's like, no one saw that coming. They were like, oh, this kid is like only gonna have dorky, and now he's like, is he gonna date Sydney? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
And he's British, and he's getting all these like haughty roles.
Yeah.
But I guess it doesn't mean much if you've never.
I know who you're talking about. Actually, no, I don't know. You'll have to show me the clip. It's
Okay.
sounding familiar, but I don't think of him as a hottie.
Well, I think that if you saw We're the Millers and then you saw him in The Bear, then
Well,
you'll
like,
get more what I'm saying.
comparatively, I'm sure it's better, but I don't, like, see him and go, wow.
Yeah.
He's just, like, a strange-looking man.
Yeah, me neither. I don't feel that way.
Okay. It's okay if you
at all. Okay, next. I just want to talk about something really important.
Please do.
Which is that I get, so, not to flex on you mofos, but Princess Polly sent me some clothes. They wanted to work with me.
Huge flex.
Now that required me to go on their website, and now that I did that, I'm getting so many ads from all of these Australian brands, like Pepper Mayo, Princess Polly. They all have these names, and
Guys, can you bleep that?
Hey production, can you bleep that out for us?
Guys.
Thank you. I just want to know, because I personally have never been to Australia.
Same.
I just feel like everybody who lives there is hot, like capital H, hot AF. And then I get all these ads, and all the girls are just like so tall, and they're always dressing super slutty in like a super hot, attractive way. And so I felt like really blessed that PP, or Princess Polly as you like to call it, was like, Timmery, you would fit this. Because I feel opposite of the girlies on their website.
Don't.
I'm just being so vulnerable with you guys. But I'm just like, now because of all of those brands, my only view of Australia is like everyone there is incredibly hot, carefree, happy, and has no problems.
I could be.
Yeah.
Or it could just be. It could be not. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Maybe they are, but like,
because they're all wearing mini dresses all the time. They have really cool accents. Margot Robbie's Australian.
Yeah.
Is Hugh Jackman Australian? He's hot. Everybody from there that I've ever seen on TV or anything is super hot.
They could be blessed for sure. That reminds me of like on a website when you see like model is 5'10" and wearing an extra small.
Oh, that's the whole website.
And then someone like, okay, and I have a gun. Like a personal offense.
Yes.
Like, okay, cool, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that for her.
Model is 7'2", and she's wearing a quadruple zero.
Yeah. Okay. She's wearing a custom extra small size that we had to make special just for her.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to be a large,
that
bitch.
helps a lot, yeah. Knowing what size I need. Cool. It's hard to be us. That's kind of, if you haven't gotten like an overarching theme of the podcast as a whole, it's just hard to be us, and it's hard to be women.
And nobody knows what that's like in our daily experiences.
Yeah. One way I think it's hard to be a woman, this is in the notes too, I'm just, I love the segue, is you go to meet a woman, maybe, I don't know.
Just a woman,
just a girl.
Not just a girl.
Not just a girl, but
a daughter, a sister, a mother, a cousin, an activist,
a model,
a change maker, a groove shaker.
Yeah. And you go, someone says, Tessa, this is Katie. And you go, hi. I think every single scenario like that, there's this pause, because we're not men who just shake hands no matter what. The girl starts, you either kind of wave and you go, hi, nice to meet you. Or some people are like, oh, they want to hug right away upon meeting. Okay, that's fine, but I don't know which one you're going to fall into. If you want to wave at a distance, you want to hug, you want to be kind of formal, you want to give corporate man and corporate shake baddie. Hands, that's fine too. I don't know which one you are, and that's scary for me to be introduced to a woman, because I don't want to just go in with a firm handshake or a hug or wave, and there's just like always this awkward. And I think guys, we need a standard. Yeah, they just go, nice to meet you, and they shake hands, and it's not weird.
Or they dap up.
Yeah, we should maybe just start dapping up.
I think that's the way.
But I just want us to pick one and go with it. So if you guys could just pick one and we could all agree on one, and then I know how to like interact with women, that would be awesome.
Yeah, we would really appreciate that, guys. Production, can we clip that? We want to just blast that to the masses. Let's all just dap each other
that
up
out there and get everyone's votes. Can you figure out a way to do that?
Yeah, thanks,
you
guys. We appreciate you. I think that we do have the ability to make waves, though, because I don't know if you saw this, but I recently made some waves.
Mm-hmm.
With shaking my ass online really hard every day.
I saw that.
And you know, I'm all about women supporting women, and we know that because every post I make, I say hashtag women supporting women, always.
Okay.
It's kind of like my trademark. But these girls stole my move, and I just made a post and said I'm a little shook about this. And one of the girls in the video commented and said, "We stole your what?" with like a emoji.
You're kidding.
I couldn't even bring myself to respond. One of my followers said, "She already said it, period." And I was like, that's my minnow.
That's women supporting women.
That's women supporting women. I'm not saying that they aren't allowed to do the dance, but I'm just saying...
They're doing the Old Man Jenkins.
It's the OMJ.
Call it what it is. You didn't make that up. You look fine doing it.
They looked great. They looked really beautiful and stunning. I wish we could be friends, but now I'm afraid we might be enemies.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day...
we didn't want it to come to that. We didn't.
No. I'm willing to work it out on the remix as well, but, but yeah. So I think that we can start waves, like, making a set standard for girls, introducing themselves to other girls. I think we can do that.
Yeah.
But then when somebody else comes around and steals it and says they did it first, we just have to be, like, willing to know that's going to happen.
Right.
And it's really hard to be us.
It's so hard to be us, guys.
It's hard to be us. We have to work part to full time. We have to put gas in our own gas tanks.
That part's hard. I had a friend growing up whose mom didn't even know how to pump her own gas because her husband always did it for her. Like, she couldn't even do it if she tried.
I would love that.
I was like, that's a beautiful thing. I would like to be competent enough to do that. I love having skills. However, like, treat me like a princess.
True.
You know what I mean?
Jacob made me put gas in the car the other day, and it honestly, like, it really rocked our relationship.
Yeah, it's hard.
He made me do
hard
it because he said, "You never do this, and every time I go to drive your car, it's on empty." I'm like, well, I get around.
He wasn't with you, right? Like,
No, he was with me, and he's like, "I'm going into the gas station. Because he had to get some stuff. You fill the tank." And I said, "This is absolutely unbelievable."
Yeah.
And
that's like domestic.
It was bad. I had to place my actual credit card into the machine.
Stop.
And touch the keypad.
I'm gonna throw up.
With my talon.
I'm throwing up.
And then I had to pull the nozzle and put it in the car and then, like, set it and just stand there and wait for it to fill.
All of that in one go?
All in one fell swoop. And then it was empty. It was only had a half gallon in there, so I had to stand there for, like, 2 minutes while he just stood there, too, just watching me do it.
That's actually so mean.
It was messed up.
I don't think I've ever had to pump gas while Drew is with me. Like,
I never have either. I think we were just talking about it because I'm always getting nagged about leaving the tank on basically fumes. And so he was like, "You're going to fill it up today."
I mean, when you share a car, I guess, like, it's a little different.
No, because now we don't share a car anymore.
Right. Are you driving is the truck yours more so or his more so?
The rental truck.
What?
The rental truck is Jacob's.
Rental.
While our Maserati is in the shop.
Oh.
And I'm driving the Kia, so that's my car now. But if he has to go long distances, he'll take the Kia because it's just better for the ecosystem and stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful day.
What would you do if, like, Jacob was a passenger princess? This was, like, all the time. And you had to pull up and, like, pump gas while he just sat in the passenger seat.
We would not be together.
Yeah. I agree.
We wouldn't.
I agree.
Sorry, that's a man's job. I'm just gonna be fully honest, and I say that with my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a feminist, but come on, I'm not pumping my own gas. Not with these talons. these gotta stay pristine.
Yeah.
His hands look like that, so mine can
Yours
look like this.
Exactly.
And
you don't get those pumping gas.
No, these will break off if I pump gas. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a nail girl now.
It's a new personality thing going on right now.
Yeah, I'm transformed, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to wipe my ass. I usually have my butler do that for me anyways, but the time I had to, I figured it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's on self-sufficiency.
Yep.
We want to have life skills, but we don't want to have to use them.
Yeah, we want to have life skills, but also not too many of them.
Right.
So with that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.
Guys, yeah.
Guys,
please have a good rest
please,
of your week.
no, if there's one thing that we can ask of you guys is please just go easy on yourself and just have a good week.
Yeah, but also don't bully people this week, okay?
Yeah, why don't we spread a little kindness, positivity? How about?
Yeah, and make your mans do something nice for you, okay? Please.
Yeah, and don't
work too hard.
Don't work too hard. Don't you dare pump your own gas, guys.
Have a good week, please.
Guys, please.
Just keep it positive and stuff.
Stop letting all the negativity get to you in your heart and just like anxiety. Don't have it.
Yeah, throw it out the window.
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
And
take a walk and stuff. Get some fresh air.
Yeah,
maybe call out a few times this week if you need that or if you want to.
Rest your little feet. Hang your pearls on the shelf and just go take a bath.
Yeah, go take a bath with some lavender scented something.
You deserve it, babe.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe to Anchoevies. Leave us a 5-star rating. Please, and pay us $10 a month to support the channel. And guys, just go easy on yourself.
Come on. Thanks for listening, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
And guys, go thank our production team too. They work so hard, you guys. Thank you
guys. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.